Hi, today we're going to do the skill of donning and doffing personal protective equipment. For this skill, all that it requires you to do is put on your gown and gloves and then remove your gloves and gown. It doesn't require you to put on a mask or anything like that. So the skill is going to start out as if you are outside of the patient's room. Normally in a patient's room, outside of a patient's room, if they do require you to wear personal protective equipment, there should be a cart outside the door and it will have all your equipment that you're going to need out there. Before you even go into the room, you're going to apply your personal protective equipment. All right, so to start the skill, we're going to wash our hands. And so remember, hand washing is always on your state test. So they make you do it once, and then after that, you will just verbalize every other time that you'll do hand washing. And so we would say we're going to wash our hands. And then also remove your jewelry, watches, anything like that. So wash the hands, and then we were going to take our gown out of the packaging, and we're just going to let it kind of fall down, fall out. So we're going to slip it on. And then we're going to tie it up at the neck behind us. And then we're going to take the ties in the front. We're going to make sure that the back of the gown is overlapped. And then we're going to tie the gown in the back. During your state test, they'll have two gowns laying there for you, and they will say, what do you do if your gown does not overlap in the back? To that, you will answer that you will get a second gown and you'll put it on the opposite direction. But for most people, you won't need to do that. Okay, so I've got my gown tied. All that is ready. If you, on the state test, got a gown that had the ties in the back instead of the strings hanging in the front, you would just tie it in the back and just state that you would overlap the back, and if needed, get a second gown. All right, so my gown's tied. Now I'm going to put my gloves on. So you want to put the gloves over the gown. So to do that, you can kind of pull the sleeve up and pinch it with your thumb, and then put your glove on over that. Or you could just put your glove on and then remember that it goes over the cuff of the gown. Whoops, I just ripped my glove. This is a critical, I believe, a critical step. So you'll do that. Normally, if you ripped your glove, you'd get a different glove. But I'm cheap, trying to save money. All right, so then you'll put your other glove on, and remember, same thing, put it over the cuff of the gown. And then you would state, now I would go perform care. So you go into the patient room, you would do what you had to do with that person, get them a drink of water, whatever they called for. So now you are going to remove your equipment. This is also a critical step on how you take the gloves off. So what I need you to do is grab the palm of your glove and pull it down. Then you're going to take two fingers and reach under your other glove. And you're going to pull it down inside out, only touching the inside of the glove. And then you're going to throw those away. All right, so now your hands are clean. All the dirty is still on the outside of the gown. So we're going to untie it. And they're only wanting you to touch the ties. We're gonna untie the back, the waist. And now you have to pull your gown down without touching the outside, because remember, the outside is what's dirty. So you're going to reach back and touch the inside of the gown. You're only touching the inside. Then you can take your hand and touch the inside of the gown and pull it off of your arm. turning it inside out. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to touch the inside of this gown, this sleeve, and turn it inside out. And then you're going to roll it away from you, only touching the inside of the gown. And you're going to dispose of that. Then you're going to wash your hands and then report and record observations. So that is donning and doffing personal protective equipment, gown, and gloves.